Hello survivors, welcome to another Silly Saturday video. Today's video we got a meme beam build for you. I'm not going to talk too much because I've actually got like a frog in my throat or something, and it causes me to cough quite a lot and it hurts while I'm talking, but just to get the basics down, devastating blow, so that we've got 3 less skills. It allows us to get a 3 skills maximum in our skill list, and that allows us to get ourselves light beam, lightning beam, and arcane beam. We're running the Paladin so that we have both light beam and arcane beam on the character, so we only need to use skill mastery electric to get lightning beam, and then we run unconventional start and reroll mastery so that we are able to reroll for the skills, and then also so we are able to get the skills that we want from the very beginning. Next, we're running Misfortune's Embrace and Elemental Flow. The runes don't really matter too much. You can run Divine Legacy as well because they are all magical, so you will get a lot of magical damage increases and magical area of effect increases, and because they are beams, getting area of effect is actually very, very good on them. But I thought, well, why don't we just add some negative effects into the mix with them, and by doing that we're actually in a much better spot. So I decided to do that, and we're sitting with quite a lot of poison damage. We did get a rotting. We did also manage to get an incinerate, but I haven't really been putting anything into the burn part of the build. Everything from there is kind of coming from Misfortune's Embrace. Okay, pick up some of the inspiration for the Paladin. The nice thing about Paladin is, even though it's sometimes really difficult to get his ascension up and running, if you get it up and running, oh boy, everything just absolutely melts around you. Like, the stats you get from his ascension are just fantastic. So that is why it was always the best character to use when you're trying to push high Overlord cycles. I know that a lot of people didn't like grabbing his ascension because of how difficult it is to get those upgrades at the right time and so on and so forth. But if you want to wager your life for like a really good damage booster and speed booster and all that jazz, that's definitely one of those things. And then another reason why Divine Legacy is actually really good here instead of Elemental Flow and instead of Misfortune's Embrace is because they are beams. The way the area of effect of the beam skills works is like kind of like a lollipop, so you can grow that lollipop on the stick as large as you want with area of effect, and you are actually able to hit any enemy on the screen regardless of where you're aiming. So the more area of effect you get, the more damage you're going to do to everything around you. So there's a nice area of effect. We need more of those so that we can hit more enemies with the beams. Good example is eventually if you get a lot of damage or a lot of AoE, you can already see by just shooting the bush or the wall over here, we're hitting everything around us. It's not just the poison damage that's ticking on them, it's absolutely everything from the beams as well. And the more AoE you have, the further they're gonna be for you to hit them, which is great because then you don't have to be close to bosses and facing them, or you don't have to run right next to them to kill them. Alright, we're gonna go here, critical hits do that, some damage on one of the beam skills seems pretty good as well. Did you guys feel like I pick my options too quickly? Would you like me to take or make the video a little bit longer where I actually go over why I pick a specific decision while I'm picking it? So like in this case, okay, these are our options. I'm going to pick cast frequency because we want to get these to as low as cast as possible so that we are able to multicast it more often and that we can do more damage with them. Beams have a certain duration to them, so you do actually want to cool down below, I think if I remember correctly, it was like 3.7 seconds. So we don't actually need this anymore because it's just going to refresh the duration, and it's not really that necessary. It would be better to get the Merciless over here. Is that the kind of stuff that you guys would like to hear more in a build? Or do you prefer just, click, 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 this is the build. You're going to follow it by just looking at what I took down at the bottom over here. So that's a good question. Maybe I'll put a poll about it down in the video. We're going to do one more round over here just because these are quite decent overlords and they go quite quickly. So one more overlord cycle and that will be it. I have been playing PoE too. You can let me know down in the comment sections if you guys have been as well. It's been really cool. A bit of a rough start for them, but you know, that's typical of GGG. Unfortunately, if you've played some of their really good PoE leagues, it's something we all kind of used to. But I started off as a witch personally, just running around in Act 1 right now. I haven't played that much. I've been a busy guy recently. You know, they couldn't have picked a better time to have released it, unfortunately, in my life. But we'll get there eventually, and we will start making a little bit of a video, if I can, about minions. Just need to get there first. Just look for damage and then some area of effect upgrades if we can. I don't need the cast frequency. We are at a point where the cast frequency is low enough. You'll always see the beams up and around. Again, like I mentioned, as soon as you get to a certain cooldown for beams, they are permanently up and running. So I don't believe cooldown frequency after a certain point really makes any difference to beams. Alright, next set of bosses are down. Grab a little bit of a magnetic, more area of effect, damage is always welcome. Let's actually banish the cast frequencies because then we can get other upgrades instead. Grab a Doom to Burn, why not? We are running Misfortune's Embrace, so the more negative effects, and Elemental Flow. And we have Incinerate, so Doom to Burn makes a lot of sense over there. Don't need the cast frequency. We might also grab a Bleed over there. That's the first one we have picked up, actually. As you can see, it's sitting there at the top. And as you can also see is we don't have to be near the bosses for them to take lethal damage. Quite a nice defensive build as well. But a meme build nonetheless. Although we do have Dazed, we do have Exposed, and we have Brittle. So some very good debuffing, damaging skills over there. Grab Fire, grab Poison, increase the damage we do with Poison. Try and get our Ascension going. Also quite difficult to do. But we should be able to get some now. There we go. I think we need 2 more. You can time it, so like now, and just stand still for like a second. And there we go. As soon as my movement speed started to go up, I knew that I had it. Alright, dismembered. Okay, I mean, fine. We hardly had any bleed and we landed up getting it dismembered. I will grab that. The damage, grab the Doom damage as well. We don't have Ruin yet, which is the Doom, same thing as Dismembered, Incinerate, just the Doom version. But this is our final boss fight. Obviously it would go a lot faster. I think getting Divine Legacy is probably better than the negative effects, to be honest. You can probably grab Divine Legacy, and if you have space for anything else, maybe Death's Touch is good instead of Multicast Mastery. But it is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.